Sure, here's a one YouTube article on the Buick LaCrosse evolution, 1982, written without a handling condition. Buick LaCrosse evolution, the story from 1982 onward. In the world of American automobiles, few names embody comfort, tradition, and subtle luxury like the Buick LaCrosse. While the LaCrosse nameplate officially debuted in 2004, the DNA of this car stretches back decades as deep into Buick's rich heritage of front-engine, front-wheel drive sedans built for the discerning driver. For enthusiasts and historians alike, understanding the roots of the LaCrosse means traveling back to 1982, a pivotal year that set the foundation for what would eventually become Buick's mid-size flagship. Buick in the early 80s, a brand in transition. By 1982, Buick had already established itself as one of GM's premium marques. Models like the Regal, Electra, and LeSabre offered refined interiors and smooth rides. But the early 80s also brought economic pressure, oil crises, and changing customer expectations. Buick had to rethink its identity, especially in the face of rising import competition. This was the year when Buick introduced the Century, a model that would serve as a spiritual predecessor to the LaCrosse. The 1982 Century was smaller, more efficient, and designed with a front-wheel drive layout. It was a sign that Buick was ready to shift from bulky full-size cruisers to more modern, mid-size vehicles. Century to Regal, shaping the mid-size DNA. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, the Century and Regal evolved side by side, refining what it meant to be a Buick sedan. By 1988, the Century received a sleeker body and enhanced V6 engine options. It was during this period that Buick began incorporating more advanced electronic features, like digital dashboards and climate control systems, a technology that would later become a staple of the LaCrosse. The Buick Regal, in particular, helped develop Buick's image as a quiet, comfortable cruiser that emphasized smoothness over performance. The emphasis on soft suspension, cushy interiors, and subtle styling became a hallmark of the segment. These characteristics laid the groundwork for what the LaCrosse would ultimately inherit. The prelude to LaCrosse, concept cars and the Catra influence. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Buick began testing new waters. The market was becoming more globalized, and General Motors sought to modernize Buick's aging image. The Buick Catra, a rebadged Opel Omega, was one such attempt. Though not a huge commercial success, the Catra introduced a younger generation to the concept of a premium American sedan with European driving manners. Behind the scenes, Buick was also experimenting with bold new designs. Concept vehicles like the Buick LaCrosse show car, first unveiled in the early 2000s, hinted at the direction the brand was taking. These concepts featured flowing lines, elegant grilles, and cabin tech aimed at younger buyers. The stage was set. 2005. The LaCrosse debuts. In 2004, the first-generation Buick LaCrosse officially launched as 2005 model. It replaced both the Century and the Regal in North America, blending their identities into a single, cohesive design. This new model was built on GM's W-body platform, offering front-wheel drive, a choice of V6 engines, and a more upscale aesthetic than its predecessors. Notably, the LaCrosse introduced better sound insulation, premium materials, and a renewed focus on ride quality. It was designed to attract older buyers transitioning from larger sedans, but also had enough style to pull in younger families. 2010s, second and third generations. The second-generation LaCrosse, 2010A 2016, was a major step forward. Built on GM's Epsilon 2 platform, this version embraced a more modern design language, sleek contours, a waterfall grille, and advanced features like heads-up display and adaptive suspension. Buick marketed the LaCrosse as a luxury alternative to more expensive European sedans. It featured quiet tuning technology, dual-mode adaptive dampers, and available all-wheel drive. Interior quality was elevated, with stitched leather, ambient lighting, and integrated infotainment systems. It also earned high marks for safety and comfort, helping Buick solidify its comeback in the American market. The third generation, introduced in 2017, further refined the formula. Built on the P2XX platform, it was longer, lower, and lighter than its predecessor. The design leaned toward a coupe-like silhouette, with enhanced fuel efficiency, improved handling, and luxury tech such as massage seats, wireless charging, and an active noise cancellation system. While the model was discontinued in North America in 2019 due to the shift toward SUVs, it remained in production in China, where Buick enjoys tremendous popularity. Why the Buick LaCrosse still matters. The LaCrosse might not be on American roads as a new model today, but its legacy is firmly embedded in Buick's DNA. It represents a transitional period for the brand, an era when Buick moved from the traditional comfort cars of the A70s and A80s to the tech-forward sedans of the 2010s. From the 1982 Century to the final LaCrosse models in China, this evolution speaks to the resilience of the brand. Buick adapted to changing tastes, evolving safety standards, and the rising tide of global competition. Each iteration of the LaCrosse carried forward the core values of quiet performance, refined comfort, and understated elegance. The influence of the 1982 era on today's market. Looking back, it's easy to see how the seeds planted in 1982 led to the modern LaCrosse. The shift to front-wheel drive, the focus on efficient powertrains, and the integration of comfort-first engineering created a legacy that extended for nearly 4 decades. Today's buyers, increasingly drawn to SUVs, still appreciate many of the qualities pioneered by the LaCrosse. Quiet cabins, smooth handling, and luxurious interiors have simply moved to a different vehicle format. However, for those who remember the heyday of Buick sedans, the LaCrosse remains a proud symbol of what American cars could be when engineered with thoughtfulness and pride. If you'd like a matching YouTube title and description with hashtags, just let me know.